Hey guys, welcome back to another podcast episode. Okay, just kidding. I was just telling Anna how I feel like I've been sounding bored in our recent episodes, so I thought I would start it like a 2016 Jake Paul
Hey
video.
guys, welcome back to
Welcome back
remember
to
the
our
JoJo
podcast.
remember how JoJo Siwa would start videos?
Yes,
She'd
can
like
we bring that
yell.
back? But like honestly, no,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
anyways, welcome back to our podcast. We're so thrilled you could be here today. Welcome back to Telepathy. It is another Tuesday, so it is another episode. And so we're doing a little bit more of a lighthearted
Profound.
episode today because our recent ones were like coping mechanisms, nostalgia, and like really like deep, dark stuff. So today we're lightening it
Yeah,
up a
speaking
bit.
of, after our coping mechanisms episode, Emma Chamberlain literally released a coping mechanisms episode. I don't remember if she released it yet, but she at least like asked one of those questions on her Instagram.
That's so sweet though that she takes inspiration from us. Like, oh, she's
Yeah,
so nice. I love that she listens to telepathy.
I
She
know.
does not,
But
but
yeah,
it's whatever.
today today we're back with another yes or pass, which is our favorite thing to do.
Our favorite
And we're doing
series.
yeah, our favorite series. And we're doing spring yes or pass today because we were like we could do a specific like a specific holiday like we usually do, but there's just no big enough holidays in the spring to where it would be interesting. Like Easter yes or pass or St. Patrick's Day yes or
St.
pass would
Patrick's
just
Day
be
yes or
really
pass would
funny.
be crazy.
The color green.
Shout out Irish people.
Yeah. Camp question.
Yes, it is my turn to come up with it. And every episode we do our little icebreakers where we ask a little camp question because you know, we're cheesy like that, but it's okay. So, the question today, your name, your age, and then if you could have dinner with anybody tonight. Like this isn't like an overall like your overall answer, but just specifically tonight if you could have dinner with anybody, I guess dead or alive.
I
RIP.
like I really like that you changed the question to like tonight because when somebody says like ever, it's like I feel like I have to overthink it. But
I know, I'm like,
if you
shut
say
up, like
tonight,
don't.
it's like, oh, okay.
Honestly, my answer's the same though.
Okay. I can go name. Oh wait, I almost did the name age thing instead of saying my actual name and
Or
age.
you just skip over. You're like, name age, and I would have dinner with
Yeah. Anna. Name Anna, age.
Anna.
Let's just start that over. Name Anna, age 21. And I was actually just thinking about the answer to this question the other day, so I'm so excited that you asked it. I would have dinner with the lead singer of MGMT, Andrew Van Weingarten, because he's so interesting and I always watch their interviews and like he just has such interesting things to say and he's also really funny, but he like is a very deep thinker and I feel like I would have a really interesting conversation with him.
Follow-up question, where would you go to dinner?
Um
And in this moment, once again, not like overall in your entire lifetime.
um shoot. This is a hard question. Um I would actually go back to this Indian restaurant I went to last night for dinner cuz it was really good. And I'm going to have my leftovers tonight, but but I would also like to go back.
Right, with the lead singer.
Yeah.
We love. Okay. Name Enzo, age 16, and then I would go to dinner with Nicki Minaj. Everyone acts
Of
surprised.
course. Whoa, wait. This is so out of pocket for you.
I know it's really off brand. You know, I don't really talk about Nicki Minaj that much. If you're new here, just sarcasm, but I don't know, like the Gag City, the Pink Friday 2 World Tour has begun and I can't get
And you're
off
gonna meet
Twitter.
Nicki and you're gonna meet Nicki Minaj. Long story
Right. Okay,
short.
I don't know. Like there was a picture on Twitter where it looked like she was in the Gag City lounge. So I don't know why I'm talking about this so calmly. So maybe I'll meet Nicki Minaj. I don't know. If I do, I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself, but yeah, I would have dinner with Nicki Minaj.
The world will literally combust. Like,
I know, cause like, oh, love her. She's such an inspiration, and we love. So yeah, where we would go to dinner. Honestly, I feel like we'd either go somewhere really fine dining, like really expensive, or the most low quality, not like low quality, but the most like just like fast food or something like really
Mhm. Ooh, like
casual.
go to like McDonald's with Nicki Minaj. That would be so funny.
Faux wings and some french fries, like or I don't know, like just something really random and then just like sit in a car and like eat food and just like talk because I know we'd have a good conversation
Yeah. Glad to hear that we're both going to have really great conversations and food tonight.
at our hypothetical dinner events.
Yeah. Man, I wish that was happening. Um, music shout out.
Yes. Okay, I literally have 3 songs. So Eternal Sunshine by Ariana. Okay, I was gonna make up like a pun or something, but Ariana Grande, Miss Yeah herself, released Eternal Sunshine, and I'm shouting out the songs by and True Story. I need to listen to the album again, honestly, but I did really like it, and I mean, I've always been like a little Arianator, so of course I
Yeah.
was here for this. And then also, Leve released a new song, so Goddess. So yeah.
Oh, yeah. Believe it or not, Ariana Grande is like my 9th most listened to artist of all time
Oh
on my
yeah,
Spotify
2019,
stats.
like that was the year. That was the
Yeah.
year.
For me, it was like whenever Sweetener came out, 2018. I
Hmm.
listened to Sweetener so much. But I like Supernatural from her new album. But that's not my music shout out. My music shout out is so MGMT came out with their new album last week. I'm just kidding. Remember last week when I like
Yes, you
forgot that
shout it
I
out
had already
every
shouted it
week.
out? Yeah. No, that's okay. That was the last time I'm making that joke. My music shout out is I just kind of discovered this new band called Blonde Redhead. They're not new, but they're new for me.
They're new for
But they're
you,
called
so therefore they're new
yeah.
to the world.
They're kind of like a chill, like I don't really know what genre you would describe it as, but they're kind of like just chill music.
Hmm.
And there's this song called Snowman that's really good. And it's just really good like chill study music that's like not too distracting, but it has lyrics. But it's just like not too distracting. So Snowman by Blonde Redhead, and then I have another one. I have been listening to Grimes a bunch this past few weeks because I like well, obviously there's like that TikTok sound going around, so everybody's kind of talking about her. Um, but I like started watching a bunch of her interviews this week because she's just really funny. And my song shout out is called Venus Fly featuring Janelle Monáe.
I love Janelle Monáe. Like, talk about multi-talented and just creative.
Yeah.
Janelle Monáe has it all.
Wait, and did you know that Grimes produced most of her early albums on GarageBand?
Really? That's
Like
interesting.
do you know the Oblivion album that's like the pink and or purple and green and black?
I haven't listened to it, but I am like aware of that
It's
album.
it's produced entirely on GarageBand. Yeah, you should listen to it because it's actually pretty crazy that she did that.
That's why I do have a theory that like it's all in the mixing and mastering.
Yeah. And like her music is like meant to not really sound fully produced. It's kind of like she does it more like as an art, like as if she's like just making a painting. She's like making a song.
I kind of love that. But
Yeah.
speaking of mixing and mastering, I just sent off a song to be mastered today.
Yay!
So that's like a
So
little part of like a
exciting.
week recap, I guess. And then I took the SAT. Um,
Mm.
I loved it so much. I think I'm gonna take it again. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
That's
kidding.
funny.
Only half of that statement is true. The part where I'm probably gonna take it again because what was that? That was not fun. Do you have any other week recaps?
For me it's finals week, so I've just been like doing all my final projects and but we're gonna like pre-record a few episodes because I'm going to Disney World a week from tomorrow. I'm so excited. But you know what? I'm sad. Well, not, I don't know. It's a win-lose. I Splash Mountain is closed because they're still finishing it up for Princess and the Frog,
That's
which
gonna be so
one,
good.
yeah, which I'm scared of Splash Mountain, so that works out because that just delays me having to go on Splash Mountain. But as soon as I go to Disney and there is and it is open, I do want to go because Princess and the Frog is like one of my favorite movies.
Yes, you need to
But
just
they're
put the
opening it
fear
in like,
aside.
yeah, they're opening it in like June or July, which stinks because we're just missing it by a few months.
Yeah, that's gonna be really good though.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of the snowman song that you shouted out, you know what doesn't happen in the spring? Snow. Or okay, that wasn't good at all.
That didn't land very well.
That didn't
you,
at
you
all.
you
That
have
was
to
like the worst.
you have to make more of a pause, and then I say what, and then you say snow, and then I go, oh,
Or wait, speaking of that snowman song that you shouted out, you know when it doesn't usually snow?
when?
The spring.
Oh my gosh,
Ugh.
that is crazy.
If you clicked off,
That's a perfect
honestly,
segue. Wait, that's a perfect segue
oh my gosh,
into our
wait.
topic for today. That was so random.
I know. How did we even? Okay. If you clicked off, we were sad to see you go, but also valid. I'm just kidding. Okay.
LOL.
Spring, yes or pass? Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Okay. Also, we call it yes or pass, and we're like aware that it's cringy, but it's just become a thing at this point. So that's why we're.
Yeah, it's part of our brand, and if you don't like it, then you can leave.
If you don't
Actually,
like me, you don't
don't.
have to fool with me, but you don't have to talk about me or treat me mean. It's a SZA,
So,
a line from her grandma. Sorry, that was random.
so today is daylight savings time ends. So, in honor of daylight savings time ends, the first Yasser Pass item is daylight savings time ends.
I'm gonna say pass because you lose an hour of sleep. And I think daylight savings, I don't understand the concept of it. And also because I drive to school really early in the morning and daylight savings just like
Mm-hmm.
alters the state of what the morning looks like. So it'll randomly be like really dark in the morning. And then one day it'll be like, oh, the sun's up. And it
Wait,
just
so is
like,
it dark in the morning now?
I think it's light in the morning now.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like the end of daylight savings time, because I'm going to say yes to it, because even though you lose an hour of sleep, you're gaining like all of your will to live back. Like,
True. I forgot about the whole sunlight part. Well, I guess that's like
yeah,
what the purpose of it is,
because
but
it's 8:15 and it just got dark an hour ago, which was like the greatest thing that's ever happened to me.
like daylight savings, like in general, it's like
Yeah, no. Daylight savings wasn't the item. It was daylight savings ends.
okay, I'm still gonna pass it because like why?
Okay.
Or maybe
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
yeah,
know.
cuz why did we have it in the first place? Yeah, that
Okay,
is true.
my first one is pollen.
That was gonna be one of mine.
Oh, I knew we'd have a
Um,
bunch of
crossovers
crossovers
yeah,
because
we're
our
definitely gonna
podcast
have a
is
lot of
called Telepathy.
crossovers.
Because why wouldn't we have the same answers?
Ooh, pollen. I'm gonna say a big pass to that because I've been like actually having such bad pollen allergies this year, like this past week. It's been so bad. Like my throat's been hurting. I like wanted to go out to the park last week and I went and set up my Eno in the park and then immediately my throat was just like burning because of the pollen.
Yeah, I feel like I just walk outside and I get a headache, and it just makes being outside in the
Yeah.
spring unbearable, which is annoying
It's
because I feel like
like
spring is a good outside time.
I know. Ugh, it stinks and there's pollen all over my car now. Hopefully
Oh
it
my
goes away
gosh, I didn't
soon.
know it was like already. Well, maybe that's Savannah. We have
Yeah,
not
in
gotten pollen
Savannah,
just yet.
yeah, we've gotten all the pollen already and all the flowers are blooming too. Like all the azaleas in the park are blooming. So it's like a win-lose. It's like everything looks so nice and it's so nice outside, but then it's like pollen. I'm doing another holiday. Well, daylight savings isn't really a holiday, but
My
this
favorite holiday
weekend
is daylight savings.
um St. Patrick's Day is a week from today, so that is in the Yasser Pass.
um, I don't really know much about St. Patrick's Day, therefore I don't really do anything to celebrate, but
Mhm.
green gold question mark happy St. Patrick's Day. So I guess I'm neutral
Mhm.
about it.
Okay. I was pretty neutral about it, but this year I'm really passionate about it because one, Savannah is actually the third biggest or fourth biggest St. Patrick's Day parade in the US
Ooh,
for
that's
how
fun.
tiny of a city it is. Um, it's like it goes like New York, Chicago. It might be New York, Chicago, Savannah. Savannah might be third, but the parade is huge apparently, and I'm staying for it this year. I normally go so basically Scad's quarter ends right before St. Patrick's Day, just so that we can all get out if we need to before the tourists infuse the city. Um, but this year, since I'm leaving for Disney in a week, I'm staying through St. Patrick's Day. So I get to like experience it, and I'm excited because I think it'll be cool. Um, and it'll just be interesting to see a parade like that. Not even the parade, just like walking around the crowds of tourists. There was a huge group of tourists yesterday that I saw. Did I just like break into an Irish accent?
Yesterday, what was the one last week for the 100th episode? It was like something
Yeah,
you got like Scottish or like
it
German or
was
something
like
for a
German or
second.
something. Yeah. Um, yesterday, okay, no. Yesterday I saw a huge group of tourists already dressed in green and with the full St. Patrick's Day get up. Like the beaded necklaces. I don't know. So yeah, updates to come.
Yes. So my next one is the idea of like a spring cleaning. I don't know where this originated from, but
Wait, I have that on my list
wait,
too.
stop. This is like I think just like a collective list at this point.
Yeah, there's just not that many spring things.
True. Or telepathy, because our podcast is called Telepathy.
Yeah, true. Um, I like the idea of spring cleaning. It's just that I've never done it. And also, like, I don't really. Maybe I would understand more if I had like a big house, but like, I also don't have that much to clean. And what I do clean, I clean when I just clean everything else.
Yeah, I randomly choose to clean my room at different points of the year. It's not
Mm-hmm.
correlated with spring or anything. So I guess maybe so I don't s- answer that I'm neutral to every question, I'll just give it a pass just to like spice it up. But, as we can see, I
Yeah.
guess I don't like spring cleaning. I'm showing Anna my room at the
That's
moment.
so funny. I'm gonna say neutral because right now it's not part of my life, but maybe one day it will be. But also as a kid, I swear that every kids TV show had an episode about spring cleaning. And like all the little kid
Yeah.
shows like Curious George type thing. And so I always thought that spring cleaning would be such a big part of my life, and I've yet to experience that.
Yeah, maybe like I feel like when I get to a good state, I'm gonna do spring cleaning. Like I feel like there's a
Yeah.
correlation between a really like thriving mental state and spring cleaning.
Yeah, true. My next one is a really niche spring activity that I was like, who does this in a month that's not spring?
Okay.
Flying kites. It's
Um,
like the most stereotypical spring thing.
I'm gonna say pass because like what is a kite? I don't think I've ever flown a kite. But also when I go to the beach and I see somebody flying a kite, I'm like, oh, you're cool. But
Hmm.
I've never flown a kite. Like, what is a kite?
Like what? Like think about that. It's like a piece of plastic that like you hold on to with a string and
Like,
watch it.
really ask yourself, what is a kite? And then get back to me.
Yeah, like what is a kite? I think I did a few kite flying days as a kid, and I thought it was like a fun kind of like spring cleaning. I thought it would be a bigger part of my life than it was. And like I enjoyed it, but I do remember like being like it really being like hot outside or something the day I flew a kite. But I got to reclaim flying kites. Because a few years ago I went to the beach with my friend and our old nanny from when we were younger, and she brought kites to fly at the beach. And so I finally got to fly kites at the beach, and it was actually so fun. It was like a main character moment. Like I was filming it and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is like the best thing ever."
I feel like once again, there's a correlation between flying a kite and a good mental state. So maybe when I'm like really thriving, I'll
Yeah.
just have like a kite collection and be like, guys, look at my kites.
Shout out to all the kite flyers.
Yes, they need like a name, like kiters.
Kiters.
Kiteers.
Kiteers.
I always think of the line from Itty Bitty Piggy by Nicki Minaj where she goes, "Flyer than a kite, I get higher than Rapunzel.
Mm.
Keep Snow White, I could buy a bundle."
Okay, your
Oh,
turn.
it's my turn. Okay, this is like also kind of niche, but I guess like there is, well, okay, a spring musical, like a
Oh,
high school spring
that's a good one.
musical. I feel like that's a very common thing, except this
Yeah.
year my school had a fall musical, which I have
Oh, yeah.
discussed at some point, probably on this podcast.
Yes. I will definitely yes that. Whenever I went to my high school spring musical, it was really fun, and they were always really good. Um, and my college actually has spring musicals too, which I mean, lots of them do, but like SCAD has like performing arts majors, and they're really good. And I've been to like I went to the one last year, but this year I didn't go because it didn't really seem that interesting. It was like Beautiful, a Carole King musical is the current musical.
Oh, fun. Last year we did Seussical, and I feel like Seussical was just a moment, not like a moment. Um, and that's like I'm using moment as a neutral word,
Mm-hmm.
just because I mean the rehearsal process was honestly kind of like when I think back to like the Seussical rehearsal era or whatever, it's like, oh, but the actual show itself and like after Tech Week, it was a fun experience. But
Yeah.
I feel like theater was the sort of the traditional high school experience. Like that's the closest to,
Yeah.
what am I trying to say?
That's the closest to like a high school, or sorry, like a movie high school
Yeah,
experience.
definitely.
Well, like High School Musical, obviously, but like, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna yes that. Next one is picnics.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna yes that because I think they're really cute. Would I
Mm-hmm.
honestly prefer just eating in a more organized manner, like at a table? Maybe, yeah, and then like go on a walk or something in a pretty
Mm-hmm.
field. But I do think that there is something really cool about picnics, and
Yeah.
they are fun on the occasion. You know, like I wouldn't do one all the time,
Yeah.
but they're
Yeah,
fun.
I think I agree. Like I think I was just gonna say I think they're more fun when you don't do them a lot because it's like special.
Hmm.
Um, but like when I was a really when I was really little, my I don't know why my old nanny has come up twice in this episode, but she, she would like when my parents were at work and I would like get home from preschool or whatever, or I guess in the summer too, we would sometimes set out like a picnic blanket in our yard and eat a picnic that day. And that was like a formative moment. And I never really did picnics much after that until like now back in college. Like I feel like I don't know, I don't do that many picnics, but like it's easier to go to the park with a picnic blanket.
Right.
I kind of had a little picnic. I actually had a picnic by myself last week. I forgot about that.
That's
I
fun.
just
I
like,
love like beach picnics.
ooh, oh yeah, beach picnics are good.
Yes. Okay, honestly, I'm gonna eliminate one of mine for the next one because I think it's bad and like this is
Okay,
already taking
wait.
up a lot of time. Okay, so my next one is prom, which I have not yet
Mm,
experienced, but I'm going to, and I've also experienced the planning process of it, which I'll
wait.
discuss. But
Can you go to prom this year?
yeah, I'm a junior.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I will yes, prom. It was really fun. Like so I didn't get to go as a junior because COVID happened. I literally bought my prom dress and then a week after I literally okay, just to put it in context, when I drove back with my prom dress after buying it, Say So by Doja Cat was playing on the radio.
So
That
that was
like
just
puts
like
it
a
in
correlation.
yeah, that just puts it in context of like what time of the year that was. It came early
Honestly, yeah, that
March.
was perfect.
Yeah. And then prom got canceled, but then I just ended up keeping my dress and I wore the dress that I'd bought a year before to my senior prom because senior prom actually happened and it was so fun. I mean, it wasn't, the more fun part was just getting ready and really just getting ready. Like, it wasn't even that fun there.
I guess since I haven't actually been to prom yet, like the idea of it sounds fun, and like the idea of getting ready, or like the idea
Mm-hmm.
of getting ready sounds nice to me, but the idea of the actual event itself just like
Mhm.
makes me anxious because it's like a lot of people. And I feel like events like that where it's just, always feel awkward. Like I don't know how to stand, or
Yeah.
when you like have small talk, like I don't know
Yeah.
like what to do with my hands or like,
And it's just all people that you go to high school with, which is really awkward.
right. And it's like, what are you doing here? And then it's like, oh, it's our school's prom. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't small talk in events where there's like really loud music. It's like always awkward because I feel like I have to like yell and I can't hear anything. And then like it's always awkward because
Yeah.
like I feel like making eye contact is awkward at big events. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what's funny is when I went to prom, there was this guy that I'd been in class with for like multiple years, and like we ran into me and my friend, I just went with like a group of my friends. We ran into him, and he like didn't recognize me,
What?
which I guess is a good thing. Like I
Like
like
face was too beat, you know?
yeah. He was like, "Oh, Anna, I didn't realize that was you." And I was like, "Oh, yep, that's me."
That's such like a high
But I
school
mean,
movie thing.
yeah, but we had also been in online school for like a year and a half.
Oh, right, because it was that.
But I still I think about that a lot. I'm like, man, I really slayed my prom look because I was unrecognizable.
That's such a high school movie thing where
I know.
it's like the really popular guy in the class sees like the
Yeah.
indie girl that's been in his class for years and it's like, wow, I almost didn't recognize you.
Yeah, literally. It's so funny.
Adding that one to my list of things to include in potential scripts in the future.
Yeah,
Just
that's so
kidding.
funny.
Okay. Or I guess it's your turn.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide which one is good to go next. Earth Day. Another holiday.
Earth Day. Wait, Earth Day is such a valid holiday, I feel like.
Uh-huh. I can't think of
Um,
anything I've done on Earth Day though.
it's just people like posting pictures of random stuff being like,
Mhm.
yes, the earth.
Do you remember in like 2020 or 2019 when Lil Dicky released the Earth song?
We love the earth.
That's like the most memorable Earth Day I've had. Cause like I remember being like, what the heck is this?
That was I don't even know the words to describe that song.
Yeah.
Like I guess like getting together all of those famous people, like
Yeah,
that's
and that was when I was
impressive,
yeah.
but
And
I don't
that's when I
know.
was in that's when I was in my Charlie Puth era, so I was like freaking out because he was in it.
Oh yeah. I do remember being sad that Nicki Minaj wasn't in it.
She should have been in it.
Hey yo.
Um, I'm gonna like, I mean, I guess I'll yes Earth Day. Like, I don't have anything. I mean, it's great, but like, nobody does anything. Oh, I just thought of another one to add.
Okay. My next one is our like Easter themed candies, or I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Peeps and then Cadbury cream eggs.
Ooh, ooh. I love Easter candy. I love Peeps, although they look better before I eat them, and then I eat them, and I'm kind of like, what did I just eat? But I'm gonna yes those. And the Cadbury, actually, I'm not a huge fan of, or like, I'm not a fan of the Cadbury cream eggs. I just don't eat them as much. But I really like the mini, like, Cadbury eggs that have the hard shell around them. And they're just like chocolate with a shell around them. Ooh, I need to
Yes.
get some of those. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Um,
gosh, I'm literally gonna go get some of those
I'm
right
kind of the
after
other way
this
around.
episode.
I'm gonna yes Cadbury cream eggs because I literally love them. And then Peeps. I haven't had them in a while, but the thought of them kind of makes me want to throw up for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know
I always
why.
feel kind of sick after eating them.
Like it just I don't know. Like I don't know why it makes me want to throw up.
Yeah, no, I get that. Okay, speaking of sweets, the next one I have is Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, we discussed this kind of in our last episode.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Um, I love Girl Scout cookies. We hadn't bought them for a while, but then this year we got some and got like in past tense because they're in fact gone.
Mm-hmm.
We finished them. They're so good. Like those Girl
Yeah.
Scouts knew what they were doing.
They are so good. And like I just love the fact that I honestly kind of forget about them throughout the year. And then when February hits and I see like the Girl Scouts at their stand, I like get so excited because I'm like, wait, I forgot that this was even a thing. Because
They're
it's like
so
literally,
good.
it's always like the dead of February and you think that life is just like never gonna get better. And then like a Girl Scout appears and you're like, oh my gosh.
Like Girl Scouts are the sign that like
Yeah.
February will come to an end. Like this depression won't last forever.
Yeah.
My next one, this is funny, spring break in Miami. My like the city of Miami or whatever, I think, made some sort of advertisement, but like de-advertisement, I guess, or like a
Mm-hmm.
public service announcement to not go to Miami for spring break.
That's so crazy. I had like heard about that, but I never looked into it.
The video is hilarious. They're like, don't come.
Oh my
um,
gosh.
I mean, I do get how that is annoying though, because all these like college people are coming and just like getting completely trashed and like breaking the law and like doing all this stuff. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
I get it. So I'm gonna pass spring break in Miami because um
Yeah.
I stand against the college people
Yeah.
trashing Miami.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass that too just because I feel like I would be like overstimulated and just like I feel like I would not have fun spring break in Miami. I'd rather go somewhere else.
I do love Miami, but just from that sort of like using it as like a like it's Miami's almost too beautiful to just use as a party place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Next one is Groundhog Day.
You
Another
really found all
holiday.
of the holidays. Like
Yeah,
I
no,
honestly forgot about half of these.
what's with all these niche holidays that like nobody really celebrates, but like they just happen in the spring?
Right. I might pass it because I don't think I ever follow up with what the groundhog
Mm-hmm.
sees or something about a shadow, I guess. Um, I don't know why every time like the podcast, like I don't know what anything is and like I act like I'm like dumb, but um I do have brain cells, I think. But um it's kind of iconic that it is like a groundhog. Guess it's really
Yeah.
random.
Wait, did you see the TikTok thing about the Groundhog musical that that person was writing?
Wait, no.
It was like, it's kind of like the Ratatouille musical all over again, where it's like a really silly, like TikTok musical. And they were writing a Groundhog musical and it was actually so good.
Wait, that's funny.
It was so funny. Did you pass Groundhog Day? Or did you neutral it?
I think
Or did you
I
yes
am gonna neutralize it.
it? Okay. I think I will, I think I'll yes it. I think it's funny. Like,
I think I'll yes it.
yeah, I mean, like, why not? But I also think it's really funny because, um, sorry, my eye is really itchy. I think I've been itching my eye for the past like 10 minutes.
It's the
But I think it's
pollen.
because of yeah, it's literally the pollen. Um, so I saw this statistic this year so I'm usually just like, oh, I bet the groundhog is like sometimes right and sometimes not. But I saw this statistic that he's only right. His whole family, like the Punxsutawney Phil family, have collectively only been right 40% of the time, which is less than a coin flip. Like that's less than a 50% chance.
Change it to coin
Which
day
yeah, which
where
is
you
so
flip a
funny because
coin.
yeah, literally you would get a more accurate result. So, I think it's best to start believing that like whatever the groundhog says, it's the opposite. But like I think it's so funny that this groundhog like has no idea that that the whole world is like looking to him or the whole country is looking to him to see if he sees his shadow and he has no idea.
Is it always a male groundhog?
I don't know. I guess.
Because, like, what
That's a good
happened to, like,
question.
did she see her shadow? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Wait.
I don't know
Wait.
where I thought of that, but,
You're
like,
like no, but you're like onto something.
right. Like, anyways, my next
That's so
one
funny.
is the spring semester. Excuse me. Um, I guess, like, you have a quarter system, but how do you think, I guess, the time after Christmas, how do you think that compares to the time before Christmas? I feel like Christmas kind of divides
Yeah.
up the school year.
Yeah, I definitely like fall better cuz well, if I had to choose one quarter of SCAD, it would be the spring quarter, but that's the after St. Patrick's Day through June, or through the beginning of June. But if I had to choose like between the current quarter and the fall quarter, I would definitely choose the fall quarter because fall is just like I just feel more motivated and like it's
Bless
pollen.
you.
I just feel more motivated and like the fall vibes are there, whereas now it's just like cold and not fun.
I know I definitely like fall better because there's also the big three: Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas.
Yes.
But
I'm already
also,
so excited for Halloween. I love
I
Halloween
love
so
Halloween
much.
so much. But also, I think, at least in the spring semester, the end of the school year and like summer is a little bit more tangible. It's more of a tangible concept
Mhm.
because you are closer, obviously. But also, the spring semester and AP classes, at least you can remember the stuff right up until the exam because you don't have to, remember an
True.
entire semester. At least that's how our school does it, to where if you take a class in the fall semester, you have to like remember it to take the exam in May, which is stressful. But also, because it's in May, that means that the spring semester, the curriculum, you have to speed it up. So everything is really
Mhm.
fast paced and high stress. So that's definitely a pass. But there's other elements of it that are more of a yes.
Mhm.
For example, a spring musical.
Yeah. Did I answer that one yet? Yeah, I did. Okay. I was like, whoa. Um,
Wait, is it
let's
a
see.
yes or
Do we have
pass?
Oh, I said oh. I would say well, the current one that I'm in is I'm going to say neutral.
Okay.
It just depends. I looked up when I was researching for yes or pass. I looked up fruits that are in season in the spring, and one of the things that came up is cherries. So
Oh, I feel like
cherries.
lemons and cherries are spring flavors for me.
Mm-hmm.
I
What do you
definitely
think
like
about cherries?
cherries. The only stressful part is they stain if you get it on like
Yeah.
I don't know where I think of this. Like normally I don't have these opinions on cherries, but the second we do a yes or pass, I'm fully analyzing something. Like every element of something is
Yeah.
being judged and graded here. I'm gonna give cherries a yes just because I think it's a really good flavor and
Yeah.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna give it a neutral because no, I'll give it a yes. I like cherries. Um, the only annoying thing are A, the stain, and also the pits are annoying.
True.
I do like a good maraschino cherry on ice cream. Um, but also sometimes I feel like I'm slightly not allergic to cherries, but like sometimes fruit, the skin of fruit, like cross contaminates with some of the tree pollens that I'm allergic to. So sometimes my throat can get a little bit itchy if I eat cherries. But I
Okay.
try to ignore it. But
Yeah.
I'll give it a yes.
Okay, so for my final one, just the month of March. What are your opinions on it? Because honestly, I feel like it's one of the longest months.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's 31 days, so technically it is a longer month, but in terms of our perception of it, it definitely feels longer.
Hmm. Yeah. I think it's a yes. Like I'm gonna say March in Savannah is a yes because that's when all the flowers are blooming and it is very much spring here. I think I like it. And like just the anticipation of spring break and Easter and all those things. But it's
Yeah.
also like kind of a weird month. Like I don't have a very solid perception of what March is, you know?
Hmm.
Cuz
Like, what
like
is
you
its
could think of
purpose?
another Yeah, cuz you could think of another month and be like, "Oh, this month is for this." But like March, sometimes I'm like it's like a blank invisible space in my calendar of my brain, you know?
Hmm.
Did that make sense?
Yes.
It's like, what is March?
What is
Guys,
March?
you have two homeworks to do until the next thing.
What is
Until
a
the next
kite and what
episode.
is March?
Yeah, what is a kite and what is March?
Our next
This
episode
is our
is
epiphany
titled
moment.
March. Our next
How
episode is
did
titled
we
Kites.
wait, and so how did we just have an epiphany moment in a yes or pass?
Our epiphany is what is a kite?
Yeah.
our next episode is like kites, but it's like a full-on deep dive into the history.
Yeah. So before we get started, we're just going to show you the definition of a kite. Wait, 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 let's look up the definition of a kite because I actually want to
Anna,
know.
no, I'm just kidding. Episode 500 of telepathy is like kites.
Okay, a kite is a toy consisting of a light frame with thin material stretched over it, flown in the wind at the end of a long string. Oh, wait, and there's also the bird
Wow.
that's called a kite. Well, now we know.
Well, I guess like as a kite is the purpose, like, oh my gosh, as a human, you can't fly, but you can live vicariously through this kite and pretend you can fly.
Yeah. Wait, this is.
I think we need to end the episode.
Also, kites are so interesting because there's actually, when I look up kite, it's not showing pictures of kite. Like when you search kite definition, it's not showing pictures of a kite. It's showing like math problems, like how to calculate the sides of kites and like their angles. So I think someone must have put a lot of thought into it when designing it.
If kites are in any way related to math, it is a pass. I just like lost
Yeah.
my voice. I was like, it is a pass.
It's a pass.
Anyways,
Yeah. I
that
think
was our
that's about
spring
it.
yass or pass. We hope you enjoyed. If you think our podcast is a yes, feel free to review it and follow it if that's applicable to the platform you're listening on. And then you can follow our Instagram. Oh, also we have a telepathy playlist. I don't know if we shouted that out.
Yeah, I realized I forgot to shout that out. We have a playlist where we add all of the songs that we shout out, and it's called the telepathy playlist on Spotify. And to get to it, you go to our Instagram at the telepathy pod, and you go to one of the highlight sections with the playlist, and we have a link to it where you can go listen to all of our amazing song suggestions.
And on the occasion that we have a movie shout outs, you can go to my letterbox at Enzo Antonio and I have a little list titled Telepathy Movie Shout Outs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Moral of the story, go fly your kites.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the groundhog, just flip a coin instead. We learned a lot in this episode, I think.
Yeah. Enjoy your dinner with Nicki Minaj at
Thank you.
wherever. I'm sure it'll be good.
Yes, enjoy your meal with the MGMT lead singer and actually enjoy your Indian restaurant leftovers. That actually is happening. That wasn't a hypothetical.
I am actually going to go to the grocery store right now and buy the Easter egg candy.
I'm going to go and eat brownies that I made before recording this.
Ooh, yum.
Okay, guys, spring hasn't even sprung yet, but we hope you enjoyed this episode. So, yeah, we'll see you next Tuesday for a brand new episode of Telepathy with Enzo Antonio and Anna Catherine. Wow, that was so official.
Wow. All right.
Okay, bye,
Adios.
guys. Do great things. Fly your
Bye.
kites. Bye.